When you think of Antarctica, what do you picture? I bet it's just a huge, flat, empty sheet of ice, right? A frozen desert at the bottom of the world. But what if I told you that's just the surface? What if the real Antarctica has been hiding from us this whole time?
Yeah, the popular idea is that it's just this boring, lifeless slab of ice. And as you can see, that idea is, well, it's just plain wrong. And the discoveries that prove it are about to completely change how you see our planet.
You see, underneath, literally, kilometers of solid ice, there's a hidden world. We're talking about a complete landmass, a whole continent, with mountains, valleys, and secrets that have been locked away for millions of years. This is real land, just like Africa or Europe, but it's been totally buried.
So how in the world do you explore a continent that's buried under a crazy thick blanket of ice? Well, that's exactly the challenge NASA decided to take on with this incredibly ambitious mission. Their goal, basically, was to see the invisible.
And really, the driving force behind it all was just pure, old-fashioned scientific curiosity. They were desperate to answer one fundamental question. What is really down there? What does Antarctica truly look like under all that ice?
Their method was this brilliant three-step plan. First, they used satellites to survey the entire continent from way up in orbit. Then, and this is the cool part, they used powerful ground-penetrating radar to literally peer right through the ice. And finally, they crunched all that data together to create the first-ever complete map of the hidden world below.
And the results? Wow, they were absolutely stunning. Almost right away, the data started showing things that, logically, just shouldn't exist in the coldest place on Earth. So get this, their very first major discovery was a total shocker. It wasn't more ice, and it wasn't rock. It was a massive lake of liquid water hidden deep, deep beneath that frozen surface.
But wait, that raises a pretty obvious question, right? How is that even possible? How can you have liquid water in a place where temperatures on the surface can drop to negative 80 degrees Celsius? It makes no sense. It should be a solid block of ice.
Well, the answer comes from deep inside the Earth itself, geothermal heat. You see, this lake is almost 5 kilometers down, and at that depth, the crushing pressure from all the ice above, combined with the natural heat rising up from the Earth's core, is just enough to keep the water in its liquid state. It's like a secret warm heart in an otherwise frozen world.
Okay, so a giant underground lake is incredible, for sure. But what about the actual land? What did the rest of this hidden continent look like?
The radar maps revealed something else that was just massive, a sprawling mountain range. Now, to give you some perspective, scientists compared it to a range we all know, the European Alps, and their conclusion was just astounding. The hidden Antarctic range is even bigger. We're talking about one of the largest mountain chains on the entire planet, and until now we had no idea was even there.
These geological finds were totally groundbreaking, you know? And it led scientists to ask a new question, this time about the continent's past. Was Antarctica always this frozen wasteland?
And the answer is a huge, resounding no. Researchers have found actual, physical evidence of a totally different Antarctica. They've dug up fossilized plants from a lush green landscape and, get this, even dinosaur bones, proving that gigantic creatures once roamed what is now a frozen world.
But NASA's mission had one more secret left to reveal, and this one was a fiery one, arguably the most shocking discovery of them all.
138, just look at that number. What could that possibly mean in the coldest place on our planet? That's the number of active volcanoes they found, a colossal volcanic field buried and literally burning beneath the ice sheet. It's a network of fire under a world of ice, and it actually makes this the largest volcanic region on Earth. And what keeps them burning? It's that same force we talked about before, the one that keeps that underground lake liquid, geothermal energy. The planet's internal heat engine is so powerful, it keeps these volcanoes active, pumping out heat and even lava, all while buried under kilometers of solid ice.
You know, just a few decades ago, none of this was known. It just goes to show you that our planet is still full of incredible, mind-blowing surprises. And it leaves us with one final, really tantalizing question. What other secrets are still buried down there under the ice, just waiting to be discovered?